back in the 90s. Cracked the AOL code, texting turned gold. Now the stories unfold. From dial-up dreams to LinkedIn kings, he taught the world how to build through strings. It's the Max method, no guessing, just growth. 4 steps deep, he's coached them both. Top earners, big burners, trainers, and pros. Max lit the fire, now everyone knows.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to our first of 2 live broadcasts. I am restarting my mastermind sessions for my coaching students at 1 o'clock. So if you check the latest email that we sent you, the link to the mastermind sessions is in that email. And you want to save that because we're going to be using the same link for all of them. Now, let me take a look and see who's here. Now, here we are. We're on the we're just getting started in August. And for those of you that were registered for the August boot camp, you should have received a notice that we moved it back to start back until Tuesday, the 12th. So let's kind of jump into this one first. I want to welcome all of my friends and students that are watching this live broadcast on Facebook or LinkedIn or on my YouTube channel, as well as my students that are participating in this Zoom session. Today, we're here to help all of you solve your problems, answer your questions. So if any of you have anything you want me to look at, please type your questions in the chat. Now, LinkedIn and Facebook are always changing, and they're adding many wonderful new things, but LinkedIn has made many significant changes to the number of people that you can search for and connect with on a daily basis. And what that's done for a lot of people is it's locked them up. They're not able to reach out and expand their networks. But these changes severely limit the number of new connections that you can make. And you've gone from 300 searches a month down to 5 a month without subscribing to one of their paid services. You're going to need to change and reset a few things if you want to expand your network. And then building your business on LinkedIn becomes easier, better, and so much faster. Now, on every social network, you set up your profile, and then it comes down to knowing who your target audience is. And what we're going to help all of you do, the process hasn't changed. We're going to show you how you can connect with people that are looking to start a business. There's no limit to the number of people that you can talk to. There's no limit to the number of people that you can work with. You're also looking for people that are network marketing leaders that are looking for another business. And this has been a interesting year because every year I cover something that most people in network marketing don't know. I mean, I was in network marketing for almost 3 years before I learned it's a secret. And that is that every month, 200 network marketing companies, at least, fail to launch, go out of business, change their comp plan, and literally drive a huge growing pool of professionals to look for another company. And when you bring a network marketing leader from another company into your business grows faster. And so at the end of August, we have our summer top earner retreat. We do one of these every quarter. And another target audience are going to be network marketers. 95% of the people in a network marketing company are orphans. They either got into a company because of the products and then decided they wanted to build a business, but the person that told them about the company is no longer in the business. So they have no one to work with, they have no one to help them. And there are also, again, people that jumped into a network marketing company because they were looking for an opportunity. But the person that they followed into the company left. They went to another company. So they have nobody to work with. They're not part of a team. These are the three. If you're seriously looking to build a business, these are the three groups of people that you want to be talking to. Naturally, it's also easy to find customers. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out of here. And I just started working with Jeff earlier today. And so what we've done, we updated his profile. Let's refresh to see if it made the change yet. No. And we've reworked his profile. Now, we're going to give Jeff a little direction on reaching out to people. And so I gave him the first message to send and the second message to send. So let me unmute Jeff.
Hello, Max.
Yeah, good morning. Okay. So to continue, again, let me just repeat, if any of you have any questions, if you have any conversations you need help with anything, just type them in the chat window. And basically, we're here to help you, okay? All right, so now Jeff has joined a new company. And you're in the health and wellness industry. So when you're searching for people on LinkedIn, you want to approach people who would naturally be interested in a health and wellness product. Additionally, more important than that, you'd want to connect with somebody that's looking for an opportunity. So LinkedIn is going to make it easy to find people. And if we come up here to the search window and we typed in looking for opportunity. Now again, LinkedIn has changed. So remember that we used to be able to type what we're looking for up here, click people, and then they would give us a number of how many people on LinkedIn are looking for an opportunity. They don't do that anymore. So here, if we scroll down, looking for my next opportunity, let's connect. And remember, the people with the LinkedIn logo that you see up here, we know they're active because they're paying for the service. So if we scroll down, you get 10 people on the page. And so they're showing you there's 100 pages. Well, 10 people on a page, 100 people, just do the math. That's a lot of people. We could filter it down by location, but let's just see how big it is. Now, before you dive deeper into your search, what you're going to do is you're going to pop over here at the very top, search with Sales Navigator. Sales Navigator is the advanced feature that you want. Just signed up for it. So we go over here, you can see there are 1 million plus people that are looking for an opportunity. But when we search Sales Navigator, looking for opportunity, no filters. If any of those words, looking for opportunity, is in their profile, it's going to come up. So we're not necessarily sure that out of this 1 million plus people, they're really all looking for an opportunity. Let's go back over here. So these people here, you have easy access. Wait a minute. Let me go back. Let me go back over here. With the wrong. Okay, so these are the people we know are looking for an opportunity. So as you scroll down, if they're online right now, you're going to see a green dot. But you want to filter this down. For example, we could filter it down by saying, show me all the people in the United States that are looking for an opportunity. Let's go over to Sales Navigator. That narrowed it down to 410,000 people. Now, again, that's a lot of people. So let's look for people that would naturally be interested in a health and wellness product, but at the same time would have the skills to be successful. So we could come up here and we say, show me all the people that are looking for an opportunity. And Jeff, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a list of the different professionals that you want to be reaching out to and the keywords that you're going to use. But in general, you can go up here and say, all right, show me all the people that are looking for an opportunity. And let's take someone from the medical profession. So let's go for pharmaceutical. Pharmaceutical sales. High turnover. All right. Again, if we want, you come down here to the bottom. Again, you got 100 pages. We go over to Sales Navigator. And you got 2,500 people. Now what you can do, that's a better number. This person here, you can see the green donut. He's logged into LinkedIn on his mobile phone. But you come down here, and this is one of the reasons why you want Sales Navigator, is there's 417 people that posted in the last 60 days. What this does is this is going to save you time. So all of these people now we can see this person doesn't realize that his picture is invisible, yet he's paying for the service. So you can see the people that are online right now. So here's an executive recruiter. So let's take a look at her. What you do is you open up her link in a new tab. You bring up her profile. You don't click on it because that takes you off the search. So now you come up here and you look at her profile. Now we don't need to save it because they're telling. So here, she says, he's helping Christian women grow as leaders through personalized coaching and meaningful recruitment strategies. So we don't look at her profile here. We don't contact her here. What we're going to do is we hit the three dots down here, and we're going to view her LinkedIn profile. So she is looking, she's a recruitment and career coach. So when she says she's open, she's looking for business. She's looking for customers. Let me go back to our scripts. And let's take the first message. All right, now she's on your second level, which means she's connected and she's got 31,000 followers, which means she's got 30,000 connections, which is the maximum number. But you can have more people following you than connections. You don't want to follow anyone. You come over here. You may not be able, she may not be able to accept you as a connection. Let's go over here. Now we could try to connect with her. We're going to add a note. Her name is Jennifer. Now, you always want to have an end result in mind when you reach out to somebody. Understand that you're probably not going to make that connection because she's already jammed.
Mm-hmm.
But you're already following her. So she may never see your connection request.
So just by sending her a message, that makes it that I'm automatically following her?
Yes, when you send people a connection request, that automatically makes you a follower. But you also want to have an end result in mind when you reach out to people. So, assuming you come down here, let's look at her profile. Okay. Now somebody wrote this for her. This is third person. So she's a career coach. So she's working as an executive recruiter for this company. She started doing that last year. And she's a career coach. Again, this is 2024. So she was a recruiter for this company for 2 years. You come down a little further, she was a talent acquisition partner of this company. Recruiter. And what you're going to notice is that most of the recruiters that you're going to come across will work for a company 1 or 2 years, 1 or 2 years. Okay. So she was a recruiter here for 5 years. Come down here, 2 years, 8 months. Now remember that people put on their profiles what they want to talk about, not necessarily everything that they do. But you got an issue here. Okay, the issue is that you send her a connection request that she may never see.
Mhm.
Okay, but you want to make the connection. So how do you do it? But more important than that, how would you approach someone that clearly doesn't have an obvious need? So the people that have an obvious need, that's easy. We want to find out enough about them so that we know that what they do, what they're looking for, we have a solution for their issue, for their problem. In this case, she's actively looking for people for the job that she clearly has. And so this is your alternate strategy. In other words, most of the executive recruiters that you're going to meet on LinkedIn, most of the executive recruiters that I've met on LinkedIn are all working, all have side gigs, side hustles. They all have side businesses to generate income while they're pursuing their recruiting job. Now, why? Because as an executive recruiter, what is she doing? She's being paid to recruit people for companies. And at some point in time, when they don't need any more people, bye-bye. So she's spending her time building up businesses, other people's businesses. Now, another thing that you could do, so the way you're gonna connect with her is come over and look at her posts. So she did this 21 hours ago. She did this one 23 hours ago. Now, understand that there are easier ways to connect with people. And all you can do to get someone's attention like this would be to like what they do. And let's see what she wrote. I'm not going to spend a lot of time with her because, again, what you like something, you make a comment on what they do, and you're going to communicate with people this way. Again, not the most efficient way to do it. So let's come back over here to your search. You scroll down here. This is a regular LinkedIn. You can see picking the right person. Again, we want to find people that are active. This person is looking for a new opportunity. Verified, which means he's real. This person here is taking the extra step. Let's take a look at Travis. Now, you don't want to spend all day doing this. So you don't want to spend more than 2 or 3 minutes. What are we looking for? Versatile professional, looking for an opportunity. What you care about here is how active he is. Okay? So you can see this. He worked for this company to 2021. Well, that was 4 years ago. So you go over here and you look at all activity. Nothing. What that tells you, this person isn't active. You only want to reach out to people that are active. And what LinkedIn does is that when people are searching, they throw a lot of old stuff out there. And if you see LinkedIn member, it means she's outside your network. Okay. Aspiring pharmaceutical sales. Again, he's only got 13 connections. You come down here, activity. Well, he posted something 5 months ago. Let's see if he's made any comments. 5 months ago. All right. You always want to have an end result in mind. Well, the obvious question, he's looking for work in pharmaceutical sales. Why? So you come over here, you hit the connect button. You had a note. Pop that in there. But again, understand, this is someone that's brand new. This is somebody that doesn't have a big network, and for all we know, not the most active person.
Mhm.
Again, we have in the back of our mind how we're going to talk to this person, where this conversation is going to go. Not necessarily the best prospect, young. The obvious question to ask him would be, why pharmaceutical sales? You come back over here. Okay, so remember, you got 10 on a page. You go to the next page. Okay, so again, obviously, if we see the green donut, we know they're there. So medical device sales. Open up the profile. And you don't want to spend a lot of time. So you pop down, we're looking for one thing, activity. Well, she reposted something 3 days ago. We can stop right here. We don't have to study the profile. We're going to come back up here. Now, if we want to take another minute, I mean, we know enough. But if you scroll down and look, Chief Elephant Hunter. What's that all about?
Yeah.
Okay. But here, so she was working for this, she was a regional account specialist for this company. And she stopped working after 10 years. So of all the people that we've seen so far, this one is clear. And notice her skills: teamwork, problem solving. And here, she had her own company that after 14 years, she stopped. What you're really looking for is you're looking for people like her.
Okay.
Okay. So what are we going to do? We're going to hit the connect button. And we're going to add a note. LinkedIn has suggested several times that because of what you do, that we should be connected. To look at your profile, I would have to agree. So we're going to send it. And what you want to do is you want to be talking to people like this. So now if we come back over here, now you have a better idea. I mean, the kid, So here's another one, pharmaceutical sales. What did they do before? The more information person puts that on here about themselves. Again, you're interested in one thing initially, is currency. 20 years. Now, something else that you want to, trust me, there's a certain profession, anybody that's been in a field for 20 years, pharmaceutical sales, knows all about network marketing. The question now, so activity. Well, she commented on something 4 days ago. You don't have to go down any further, okay? But if we want to take an extra 15 seconds, according to this, she's been working for this company for 2 years. Well, and according to this, she works for another company. So you always want to look to see what they do, because sometimes people will put on their network marketing background.
Okay.
All right. So now the question, and we're not going to devote a lot of thought about this. Her profile came up because somewhere on her profile, it says that she's open for an opportunity. Now, it could mean that she's open for an opportunity. Let's come over here. Okay, right here. I'm looking for an opportunity. So she's looking. Again, we come back up here, connect. You have unlimited notes with premium. Now, the first message we sent was hello. So we're going to alternate the salutations. Pop that in, send it. Now, the more active they are, the more open they're going to be to responding to you. Now, another thing that's part of the relationship building process is not just the messages you send, it's what you post. Posting is going to be an equally important part of the process. So let's go back to your profile.
Okay.
Now, so you want to post things that are going to appeal to your target audience. So people that are engaged in sales, people that are engaged in team building, management, are all interested in some topics more than others. So what you can do is come up here and let's do a search for and what we're going to do in our next session motivational quotes about leadership. Hit the enter key. Now, we have images, but we're looking for moving images. First, let's see how many motivational quotes we have about leadership. Let's hit images. Okay, now let's come back and add GIF, GIF. So these are all moving images. Now, you never copy them from your search results. Okay, what you want to do is you want to find one you like. So here, John Maxwell quote. Good leadership isn't about advancing yourself, it's about advancing your team. So we click on it once. Now this is a Monday morning reminder. So this is one you could save. And when you save it, save image as. And you label it. Leadership gift. Callie, I'm just finishing up a class. I'll call you in 10 minutes. Okay, so you save this. And you want to save it on your computer. You're going to save it in the same place. So here you create a folder, motivational messages. You save it. Now, let's come back up here. This is this one here. Your actions inspire others to learn more. You're a leader. Now, again, we don't copy it from here. We click on it once. Now it's over here. And so what LinkedIn has done, and this is a change. You used to have to, you want to save it on your computer and then you had to upload. Now you can just copy it. And we can come back over here. And you could just paste it and send it to somebody. But if you want to upload it and post it, then you're going to have to save it on your computer. And then you're going to use the button here. So let's go back over to your so again, let's come back down here. So motivational quotes about leadership. Motivational quotes about success. Gifts, hit the enter key. Just because you're struggling doesn't mean you're failing. Click on it over here. Save it on your computer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to put them in here so you can just save them on your computer.
Okay.
Okay. But again, what are we trying to do? We're trying to create content. Here's a good one. If you don't build your dream, someone will hire you to help build theirs. Right click, save image as. And again, instead of having jumbled letters, okay, so we save it. Another one, success is dependent on effort. So we can go back. And let's go to your home page. Because posting can only be done from your home page. So we're going to start a post. And we're going to grab it from your computer. So I'm going to go to downloads. I'll go to gifts. And actually what I needed to do, downloads, and go to motivational messages. That's where I'm saving all of them.
Okay.
Okay, you're going to save them all in one place. So now you come down here to find it. And Now, I'm going to post this one instead. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. And I'm going to post it. Okay, next, we're going to come back. We'll do another one. And it could be on anything. Here's one. If you don't climb the mountain, you can't see the view. And what we're going to do, we're going to post it. But we're going to hit the little clock down here. And we could do this today. But instead of doing it now, we'll do it at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And we schedule it. Okay, it'll come back up here. And so, I mean, you can do this on a weekend. And you could literally set up your posts. Here's the one on leadership. Next. Now, you're quoting the second president of the United States. So when you start, whoa, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. So when you're quoting Socrates, you're quoting a former president. Here's another good one. You're not a leader until you created another leader. Okay, so then we're going to go to next. We're going to hit the clock. We're not going to do it today. We'll do it tomorrow or Monday. And then we hit the time. So on Monday, we want to send it out, let's say, at 7 o'clock in the morning. We want to schedule it. So posting is going to play a major role in how you build relationships. Now, one of the things that we covered last week, we had an example of somebody that had reached out to connect with someone, with an educator, teacher. So come back over here, motivational quotes about education. Okay, now, because as people see your posts, if they're relevant to their career, to what they do, they're going to share them with the people that they're connected to. So again, motivational quotes about education. Let's do GIF, because GIF okay. So here's one, never stop learning, because life never stops teaching. Again, we don't copy it here. Click on it once. Come over here. Copy the image. Now you could come back. And if you just wanted to send it to somebody directly, again, this is new. You couldn't do this 6 months ago. You come back over here. And so here, you're quoting Socrates. Education, life. If you don't climb the mountain, you can't see the view. Right click. Copy image. All right, now I sent out an email today. I am resuming our mastermind sessions. So if you check the mail, today's mail, we're posting the 1 o'clock mastermind session. And for those of you that are coaching students, that one is specially for you. Now, let me just say this, that LinkedIn has made some recent changes that are going to make it easier for all of you to connect with more people, easily build relationships with these people, identify their needs, and show them how you have what they need. And that's all it takes. Okay. Now, one thing, sometimes, you're going to hear one of my students will write in and say, Max, I just signed up 4 people last week. Well, how does that happen? You're planting seeds. Every person that you connect with is a seed that you're planting in your garden. The more selective you are about who you pick. That kid that hasn't been active, is looking to get in to pharmaceutical sales, is not as good a prospect as some we saw later. Think quality over quantity. So as you make connections, your relationship with people, again, is going to grow based on their perception of who you are. All you're interested in learning is, who are they? What do they do? What are their needs? Now, if we know they have a need, then we have the solution for their need. If we know that we can see that they don't have an obvious need, well, depending upon their profession, we know that people in that profession are normally attracted to network marketing. So the obvious question would be, in the 10 years that you've been recruiting, or in the 15 years that you've been teaching, most of the teachers that I met on LinkedIn are all working with a network marketing company to generate extra income. What companies have you worked with? We're not selling. We're pre-qualifying. Simple actions. that will determine whether you want to keep talking to someone or not. I'll give you an example. The company that I was working with, and we're going back 30 years to when I first got into network marketing. So the company was having a convention at I think it's a Marriott at the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. It's right at the airport. And they had two big buildings, and then the building I was in, they had a vegetarian convention. Now, people that attend the conventions, I mean, you could literally look, and they're all wearing their badge, vegetarians. Now, if I was working for Omaha Steaks, okay, you know, yeah, you know, you could leave those people alone. Now, if you wanted to have some fun, I have one of my favorite students would jump into an elevator like that, and you know, because you got people wearing their convention button and people that aren't. But just because the people aren't wearing their convention button doesn't mean, you know, they're not part of the convention. So he used to just say, is there anybody in this elevator that eats meat? Qualify. The key to your success is going to be to pick out the people that give you the most information about themselves, that become the most talkative. Your profile sets you up to be someone that everybody would want to know. What you put up in your banner that is now a slideshow gives people the impression we're not talking about our business, we're talking about ourselves. In our headline, we're letting people know that we are the people that if they're looking for an opportunity, we can help. And putting yourself in this position is what it's all about. Again, I will be back at well, an hour. Whoops. Okay, so Kelly likes that she can schedule posts. Right, this recording will end up on my YouTube channel probably later today. Again, for those of you that are coaching students, check your mail. The link that in today's mail has a link to my mastermind session. And we'll catch up again in an hour. Till next time, best of luck in building your business.
Yep. Thank you, Max.
You're welcome.
Started with a spark, now the blueprint's live. Thousands trained and they multiply. From Facebook chats to LinkedIn leads. He plants the seeds, then watches them succeed. Mentor to coach is the guy. Follow Max, you duplicate. That's how legends elevate. It's the Max method built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Calling for the go-to name. Max Dying Guard, he changed the game.